Today we're going to take a deeper look at what Path of Exile 2 needs to do going forward if it wants to keep players engaged for the long haul. We'll talk about the big issues that need addressing, the confirmed changes coming, and some exciting possibilities that could completely reshape the game. There's a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. One of the biggest things holding back build diversity in Path of Exile 2 right now is that not all the skill gems and Ascendancies can actually make it to the endgame in a competitive way compared to the other gems and Ascendancies. Sure, in theory you can pick any gem, but in practice there are still skills that just don't have the raw numbers or supporting mechanics to stand on their own. Some gems were never designed as a main skill, they were meant to be combo pieces. It's frustrating to hit a wall simply because the skill you love can't output enough damage or doesn't scale well due to the limited tags on them. Path of Exile has always been about freedom of choice. If you want to clear the Atlas using nothing but an off-meta weird skill, you should at least have the option. If GGG focuses on buffing these underused gems and giving weaker Ascendancies the tools they need to shine, the game instantly becomes more fun and infinitely more replayable. That's the kind of change that benefits every player, from casuals to the no-lifers and the build creators. Right now, PoE 2's Infinite Atlas system feels experimental, and it shows. It's clear GGG is still figuring out how to make it feel as rewarding as PoE 1's mapping. Jonathan has even said that if their planned fixes don't work, they're open to scrapping it entirely in favour of a whole new system. That's a bold statement, but it shows that they're listening. The main issue is the non-juiced maps. The maps that are not T15 with rewarding modifiers on them, as well as the right tower tablets and distilled emotions, feels like there is no rewarding loot in comparison. In PoE 1, the mapping system has a satisfying loop. Farm maps, upgrade them, chase bosses and aim for pinnacle encounters. The Infinite Atlas has a small amount of this, but getting to these points of excitement feels like a chore. Without those moments of achievement, the grind can feel endless in a bad way, especially when your map hasn't spawned those triple tower areas and citadels for a while. If they can either fix the Infinite Atlas or replace it with something that blends the freedom of infinite progression with the structure of PoE 1's system, that could be the perfect balance. One of the reasons PoE 1 has lasted over a decade is because you're never locked into just one way of playing the endgame. If you're just tired of maps, you can go delving deep underground, plan high value heist runs, push blight encounters, or even dedicate your league to farming Sanctum. Some players almost never touch the core mapping system. They spend their entire league in delve or heist and still feel like they're progressing meaningfully. PoE 2 desperately needs this kind of variety, whether that means porting existing systems like delve and heist into the new game or introducing brand new equally deep side content. Having alternative endgame gives players room to breathe. It keeps the grind from becoming stale and gives everyone the freedom to choose their own endgame path. This will hopefully be addressed as they continue to add more content to the game, but these alternative endgames will definitely help people play longer. Crafting in PoE 2 is currently limited compared to PoE 1, and that's expected. PoE 1 has 12 years of content, leagues, and mechanics that all feed into its crafting ecosystem. Right now, PoE 2 just doesn't have that depth yet, which means there are fewer ways to push your gear to its limit. The solution is time and content. As more endgame mechanics are added, whether through new leagues, boss systems, or item bases, crafting will naturally get more interesting. PoE 1's crafting variety is part of what makes its endgame so addictive, and PoE 2 will get there if it wants to have the same longevity. Until then, adding more ways to target specific affixes, more currency items with unique effects, and more deterministic crafting paths would go a long way toward making the system feel complete. If you've played PoE 2 for any length of time, you've probably seen this problem. Early in the league, exalted orbs are valuable and highly sought after, but as the league goes on, their price tanks. The main reason? There's nothing to remove them from the economy at a fast enough rate. Once more players reach the endgame, exalted orbs drop more often, and that influx of currency drives their value down. And without a meaningful sink, like a vendor recipe, crafting mechanic, or a special map device cost, they quickly become just another mid-tier currency. A proper sync wouldn't just stabilize their value, it could make exalts exciting again even late in a league. That's a win for the economy and for player motivation. In a Japanese interview, Jonathan confirmed that a new trading system is actively in development. This is surprising because in the past he's been pretty against changing the trade experience too much. Whether it ends up as a full-blown auction house or just a streamlined version of the current system, this is a massive deal. Better trading means faster build progression, a healthier economy, and more accessibility for players who don't want to spend half their time in trade chat or refreshing third-party websites. GGG has also already made it clear that improving skill gem balance is one of their top priorities. In a Talkative Try interview, they mentioned plans to buff a lot of the weaker gems and add new tags to open up build possibilities. The work on these buffs actually started back after PoE 1's Secrets of the Atlas League released, and while we might not see all the changes at once, a big wave of them is expected in patch 0.3. More viable gems means more viable builds, and that's something everyone can get behind. A new trading system and gem buffs are definitely what's needed, and the fact that these are both confirmed shows a lot of promise for the future of this game. These are all the expected classes coming to PoE 2. Their names are not confirmed, but most of these classes are expected. The first one is the Druid class, again not confirmed for 0.3 yet, but it has been delayed twice due to unorganization from GGG in regards to the Secrets of the Atlas League for PoE 1 and trying to work on PoE 2 at the same time. But in the interview with Talkative Try, they have stated they are more organized going forward, so my guess is that he will most likely come in 0.3, but we just have to wait until August 22nd to get the confirmation. The second expected class is the Marauder. There is no information about this class as of yet, only that he will be the second strength class and the class that uses the axes. There is this image I have found that was on the official Path of Exile website but was removed a long time ago. It could be the old concept art for the warrior, or it could be the image of an earlier Marauder. But from the look of it, it looks like he has Kurui tattoos and ancestral spirits behind him. He looks engulfed in rage. All in all, he looks really cool. Another class that is expected is the Templar. We know there is a Paladin style class coming to Path of Exile 2, and there is going to be another Strength and Intelligence class other than the Druid. We don't know if this class is actually going to be called the Templar, but the Templar was in Path of Exile 1 and he was the Strength and Intelligence class. We also know that this class will be the one to come with the Flails, so expect some divine skills to come along with that as well. The next class is the Duelist. Again, no info on this class other than that he will be the second Dexterity and Strength class. Jonathan has stated in his China interview that swords were added later in development, so we shouldn't see this class for a while unfortunately, but he is the class that will come with the swords. And finally, the most anticipated class, the Shadow. This class is going to be the Rogue style class and the second Intelligence and Dexterity class. We know that he will come with the Daggers and that there is also a trap section on the passive skill tree, so traps are also confirmed. The reason why I think traps are going to come with this class is that in PoE 1 there is a Shadow class and one of his Ascendancies, the Saboteur, is a trap based Ascendancy. Expect this class to come out later, as Jonathan has also said that the Shadow will not come out for a while unfortunately. So that's my breakdown of what PoE 2 needs to improve going forward, along with the confirmed and rumoured updates we can expect in the near future. If GGG nails these changes from skill gem balancing to endgame variety, PoE 2 could be the most replayable ARPG we've ever had. What's the one thing you want to see most in Path of Exile 2's future updates? Drop it in the comments, and if you've made it this far, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.